49-0, a little celebratory drink for this Michigan football team. An absolute domination from start to finish over Michigan State. Feels great. After this entire last 4 or 5 days of adversity for this Michigan football team, they looked loose. They looked like they were having a ton of fun. I didn't feel like there was any tension or any worrying about all the haters, all the rumors and innuendos out there about whether or not this team was cheating or stealing plays. Certainly didn't seem like they needed to steal any plays tonight as they absolutely dominate Michigan State 49-0. And you saw the game. It could have been 75-0 easily. Michigan up 28-0 at half. Should have been 35-0. J.J. McCarthy robbed of a touchdown pass because Donovan Edwards didn't get set. They ran 10 seconds off the play clock because Michigan got a shutout. Go ahead and comment shutout down in the comments. Let's kind of get rid of all those Michigan State and Notre Dame and Ohio State especially people coming in our comments just typing cheaters and all this BS over the last 4 or 5 days. I've got my Michigan football report instant reaction from tonight's 49-0 win over the lowly Michigan State Spartans. Loses a 5 straight right now. First one is, how about this team in the regular season, all right? Since losing to Michigan State 2 years ago, that's now 20 straight Big Ten wins. That's a program record. This team is absolutely rolling this season. I mean, just the results from games so far are frankly absurd. I mean, winning 49-0 and winning 52-7, all these dominant wins. It's just damn impressive. And I am taking everything in. I want to watch the game one more time. I encourage you guys to soak in every moment, because we could be watching Michigan football for another 50 years and might not see a Michigan team that's as this dominant, this deep, this good at what they do for generations to come. And I know they haven't really played anybody yet, but this is still the Big Ten. And now this team improves to 8-0, 5-0 in the Big Ten, and not a single one of those games outside maybe the first quarter or so of Rutgers has been a close game. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. 28,000 Michigan football fans subscribe to this channel. We're doing a video every single day. A couple hiccups there. We didn't do a video this football season, but for the most part, I'm at home here on a Saturday night pumping out a post-game instant reaction video, so give us a subscribe. As Michigan wins their 20th straight Big Ten game, 8-0 on the season after a 13-0 regular season last year. This team's rolling, I think, is 24 regular season wins now in a row, 20 of those in the Big Ten, maybe 26. I can't remember what it was, but pretty exciting. So also down in the comments, what's your one-word reaction? One-word reaction to this 49-0 win. Mine is just going to be dominant. Michigan was dominant from start to finish. Number 2, instant reaction, J.J. McCarthy. He's just so damn good. He's so cool and calm and collected. He's so good on third down. I mean, in the first half alone, Michigan converted on, I think it was 5 of 5 at one point. They may have had that one that they didn't convert on. A 3rd and 14 they converted on. Another 3rd and 14 they converted on. 3rd and 8 they converted on. And several of those were McCarthy avoiding the rush and stepping up in the pocket and moving around when the play call really didn't necessitate that Michigan was going to get a first down. Looked awesome passing downfield. Roman Wilson for a touchdown. Coulson Loveland for 2 touchdowns. A.J. Barner for a touchdown. Barner should have had that other one in the first half. And these touchdown passes are absolute lasers. Really focused on the tight ends tonight. In general, just looking at McCarthy, 21 of 27. 287 yards and a career-high passing 4 touchdown passes for him. Again, could have had 5. He was pulled with about 5 minutes left in the third quarter. So McCarthy doesn't play the last 20 minutes of the game. Hurts his stats. I don't think it hurts his stature when you're talking about the Heisman Trophy, when we're talking about Big Ten Player of the Year, potentially All-American first team as we're filming this. Caleb Williams is about to lose potentially another game. Washington is on bye this week. So I think McCarthy's, after Oklahoma struggled today with UCF, I think McCarthy's going to move now to number 2 in my Heisman ratings when I put him out on Monday. But let me know what you guys think. Can J.J. McCarthy win the Heisman Trophy? Go down in the comments. Give me a Y or an N, yes or no. Just put the letter down, Y or N. Let me know what you guys are feeling on this J.J. McCarthy Heisman campaign. And Jim Harbaugh did what I said. You got to know what you've got when you've got a Heisman Trophy campaign on, and he gave J.J. McCarthy every opportunity to come out, pass the ball, pass Michigan to victory, and really put on a show for all of college football fans who could have been watching this game Really funny comparing them to Ohio State and Penn State today, those offenses and those teams. I mean, it's just night and day difference. I think I'm feeling really good about where Michigan is at going to play against Penn State 3 weeks from now. You got a bye week next week. Then you got Purdue. Then you got Penn State, Maryland, and Ohio State to wrap up the regular season. How about those tight ends tonight for Michigan? How about the tight ends? I'm going to tell you about them here in a second, but also I did want to tell you about today's sponsor. It's Prize Picks. They've been sponsoring us all season long, the ultimate daily fantasy sports platform that takes your passion for sports to the next level. You see me putting my Prize Picks up all season long, what games I'm picking, or what players I'm picking, I should say, in what games. All you've got to do is pick more or less for the predetermined stat lines that Prize Picks puts out for players. I picked some picks today. I'll have to check if I won them today for a couple Michigan football players. I know I did J.J. McCarthy rushing yards, which I don't know if I won that or not. But Prize Picks, you can pick college, pro athletes. You just pick more. You just pick less. You pick 2 games, you can win some money. You pick 3 like I did. You win 5 extra money, and up from there, you can go up to 25 times your money if you make 6 picks, whether players are going more or less than the stat lines that Prize Picks sets out. It's a super flexible game. You don't have to play against, daily fantasy pros, or put these complex lineups together. Just more or less on the stat projections that Prize Picks puts out in front of you. Really the simplest way to do it. You don't have to worry about picking, betting games or anything like that. Prize Picks is the easiest and fastest way to play daily fantasy sports. We're up to 25 times your money. Get your first deposit match up to $100 at prizepicks.com/CLNS. That's prizepicks.com/CLNS. The link is down in the comments and the description. Use promo code CLNS, $100 deposit match. I love Prize Picks. You will too. Get going with it. Use that promo code CLNS. Get a $100 deposit match. A.J. Barner, 8 receptions, 99 yards, a touchdown. Could add another touchdown. Called back for penalty. Okay, too bad. So sad. Coulson Loveland, though. What did he finish with? 4 catches, I think it was. 4 catches for Coulson Loveland. 79 yards. 2 laser touchdown catches from J.J. McCarthy that absolutely put him right in there. He had a couple other really nice catches. And then he did the Paul Bunyan pose, He brought it back just like Donovan Peoples-Jones did in 2018, 2019. It was awesome. I put it out on my Twitter account back, I think it was the second quarter, so go check that out at James Yoder. Michigan really focused on the tight ends tonight. That first touchdown pass was to Roman Wilson, but to get 12 catches, all right, 12 of McCarthy's 21 pass completions were to tight ends. I think that just shows that Michigan focused on that position tonight, and that Michigan's got maybe 2 of the best 3 or 4 tight ends in all of the Big Ten, and maybe 2 of the top 10 in all of college football. Kind of a coming out party for A.J. Barner tonight. Another game where Coulson Loveland, I think it's 3 straight games he's had a touchdown catch, pulls out the Paul Bunyan trophy, Paul Bunyan pose, I should say, as Michigan wins the Paul Bunyan trophy. Back-to-back wins against Michigan State. And now Jim Harbaugh finally again has a winning record against the Spartans. Crazy enough, 9 seasons as Michigan's coach. Harbaugh is now 5-4 against Michigan State. Next instant reaction. How about this defense? Oh, baby, that D feels so good. 107-0 is what Michigan has outscored their opponents in the third quarter this year. 107-0. 8 games into the year, Michigan has not allowed a team to score against them in the third quarter. A lot of standouts on defense today. Should go back to my notes, but one of the guys I think he's definitely getting his dog collar from me tomorrow or Monday when I talk about that is Junior Coulson. 11 tackles, 11 tackles tonight. He was all over the place. He made a couple stops on third down that open field tackles that Michigan absolutely needed if they were going to keep this shutout going, get the big bagel on the board against Michigan State. Mikey Sainristil, pick 6, baby. Didn't step out of bounds, went all the way back 72 yards. And remember, that was on 4th down. That was super key. Will Johnson, 5 tackles. That kind of a quiet 5 tackles. Derek Moore was all over the place. Braden McGregor had a really strong first half. And then you guys remember that one play where a Michigan State player got a personal foul, jumped on him and headbutted him with his helmet. Dangerous play. Hopefully nothing bad comes out of that health-wise for McGregor. But he was all over the place. Again, how about Jaden McBurrows? Got the interception late in the fourth quarter after last year's tunnel incident. Super excited to see for him. Mike Sanderson gave him a shout out in the NBC post-game sideline interview, which was really, really cool to see. So McBurrows assaulted last year, now assaults Michigan State with 3 tackles and an interception. Mike Barrett struggled a little bit tonight. I thought he missed at least 2 tackles that I saw. That was kind of a struggle. The defensive line altogether continues to be dominant. Derek Moore played really nice. Josiah Stewart played excellent tonight. So just so many names for this defensive line. I think this is shaping up to be the best defense at least since 1997, and maybe including that 97 national championship defense. If you guys like that D, if you want more of that D just pounding other teams' offenses, you get the pun there. Give me a like on tonight's video. Put this video in the feed of more Michigan football fans. Now let's take a little step back. We've kind of analyzed the game there, what went well for Michigan, who stood out, my instant reactions and observations on the good side. Running game. Take a look at the stats here. Got the iPad side right there. So Blake Corum, 15 carries, only 59 yards, right? Just shy of 4 yards per carry, 3.99 yards per carry. But Donovan Edwards, 6 carries tonight, 14 yards. He didn't look like himself again, guys. I just don't know what to make of this Donovan Edwards season. Edwards had 3 catches for 23 yards, maybe 1 or 2 impactful plays. I think he had a nice run on third down at one point, that little shovel from J.J. McCarthy. But nothing going in the running game for Michigan again. Finished with 120 yards rushing, but Alex Orji came out with 27 late. Orji in the end zone late in the game. But for a while there into the fourth quarter, Michigan had like 70 or 80 rushing yards on the night. So we haven't really had a dominant running game all year, right? Not a single game that I can point to that I can remember that Michigan was dominant on the ground. I do pause a little bit on this team when I think about how they beat Penn State and Ohio State and other strong teams, Wisconsin a couple of years ago, Michigan State, even last year, even though they weren't that strong. It really was with the running attack, the ground raid offense, which has not shown up at all this year. I don't know. Maybe they're saving it, right? Maybe they're just riding the JJ hype train and milking McCarthy for everything is worth. But it's a little bit of a pause for me that puts Michigan as this national championship juggernaut if they've yet to prove that they can run for 225 yards or something like that against a big-time team in the Big Ten, or even just a 2-5 Michigan State team like they played tonight. So it's a little bit of a pause for me on this team of being as dominant as they seem to have been all year long. But, I mean, look, can't really complain about a 49-0 game. That could have been like 70-75-0. Too much. Lastly, this reaction, because I hope tonight shut up the haters a little bit. I saw that nasally voice, just ugly human being. And I'm even talking about her looks, just her style, everything she put out there, all the fake news she put out there during COVID, trying to get football canceled. Nicole Auerbach, just when she came on my television, my body just cringed up. I just dislike her so much for all the lies she put out there about the Big Ten and COVID and vaccines and all the BS she spewed on the behalf of whoever was wanting to get this information out there in 2020 and 2021, and all the terrible news that she was spreading in a negative way. That was all false. Everything she said in 2020 and 2021 was fake news. It was absolutely fake. And now she did it again tonight, coming on and basically saying Michigan might be facing a postseason ban. They're, guilty of this and guilty of that. No, they're not guilty of anything. I haven't seen a single shred of evidence that Michigan did anything wrong other than play great football, have great athletes, have a winning culture. There's not been a single shred of evidence. Not one person has come forward and put their name on anything. Just like I don't like sometimes these anonymous Twitter trolls who chirp me because they hide behind their Twitter fingers. I had a few of those today when Ohio State fans and otherwise. I don't like anonymous sources who are going to say things and won't put their name behind it. And it's people like Nicole Auerbach who give those people credibility. That's the absolute stain on media in this country. I wish she would go away. I wish she'd be out there. She proves nothing. She's terrible on camera. And my body absolutely cringed when she came on and was talking trash about Michigan. I hope she gets fired from her job. She's absolutely terrible. And that's my little rant, Nicole Auerbach. Terrible person, awful human being. And My body cringed when I saw her on my TV. Michigan beats Michigan State 49-0. Little brother remains the little brother. So comment little brother to make sure the Michigan State fan haters who will come and say, you guys cheated, you stole our plays. Make sure that they see your comments there that say little brother. Should be back in the studio tomorrow for a Michigan football overreaction Sunday. Not 100% promise yet, but should be. So hopefully see you guys then. Enjoy your Saturday night or Sunday morning if you're watching this tomorrow. Michigan wins 49-0. Subscribe to the channel. Go Blue.